Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2026 Honda Ridgeline RTL.
And a big thanks to Alex and the rest of the management and staff here at Honda of Port Richey for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Port Richey, Tampa Bay area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Alex.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Ridgeline has been Honda's unibody midsize pickup truck since 2006. The second generation Ridgeline that you see here has been with us since 2017, subtly facelifted inside and out for the 2024 model year, as well as a new rugged off-roady trail sport trim. For 2026, you can now get a black roof for all colors in the black edition and a new ash green exterior color for the trail sport, with 4 available trim levels all coming standard with Honda's peppy 3.5-liter V6, made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission and standard all-wheel drive, ranging from the $40,000 base sport up to the top $47,000 black edition, and beneath the black edition at just under $46,000 is the off-roady trail sport, and just above the base sport at $43,395 is this RTL trim, basically added heated power leather seats to the sport. What else we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So exterior styling compared to the 2024 subtle facelift, nothing changes, but nothing needs to change. This is still a pretty bold and aggressive design. Black and white contrast, LED projector headlamps, looks like a halogen turn signal, but LED daytime running light. Halogen turn signal down below too. Black contrasted grille, Honda badge housing our advanced safety features, and a little bit of chrome separating the black grille from this pearl white metallic paint color, which is the only option that we have on this RTL. I believe it's like $500, but it looks really good with the black contrast. Functional airflow in each corner, and a very solid amount of airflow for the radiator for this naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6. I apologize for the fire truck flying around. Hopefully it's not affecting the audio too badly. The wheel and tire setup on all trim levels for the 2026 Ridgeline. We get these a little bit beefier all-terrain-ish tires. They're not like mud grapplers or anything like that, but we get some subtle sidewall treads, a little bit of increased regular tread blocks compared to a standard all-season tire. But these are Firestone Destinations wrapping around these 18-inch gunmetal gray and silver contrasted wheels. Dimensions for these Firestone Destinations are 245, 60, R18, 5-lug pattern, and a decent amount of ground clearance, not quite as much as a trail sport, but also not much lower compared to one. We have the splash guards up front. We mentioned a standard all-wheel drive, black and white contrasted mirror caps, LED turn signals on them, and blind spot monitoring, not on the glass, but on the inside part of the mirror. We have smart access for the driver and the front passenger, aluminum window trim, sunroof, body color shark fin style antenna, and some more plastic cladding for the rocker panel side skirt area and wheel well area, protecting this truck from rock chips. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile on this 2026 Ridgeline, which doesn't change, but if you're interested in a 26 Ridgeline, just want to show you guys what it looks like. The gas cap is not pushed to open. I'll show you where the latch is inside. We get the same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper, rear wheel liners, and we get a fully independent rear suspension. So if you're used to driving pickup trucks, you get behind the wheel of one of these, you're going to think that you're driving a Jeep Grand Cherokee. That's how well this vehicle rides. Honda Pilot, Honda Passport, probably a better comparison considering the dealership that I'm currently at, with an additional splash guard behind the rear wheels, more of that plastic cladding for the rear bumper area. It's not a steel bumper cover like we would get from some of the American competition, but still protecting this undercarriage from rock chips. We get LED outer ring for the taillight, but a halogen turn signal, and reverse light appears to be LED. Aluminum badging. Shout out Honda of Port Richey for helping make this review possible. Ridgeline stamped into the tailgate with a really nice metallic flake too, with the pearl white metallic paint color. Hopefully you can pick that up on camera. Backup camera, trailer hitch. I believe the Ridgeline can tow around 5,000 pounds with around a 1,500 pound payload. So it may not tow as much as some of the mid-size segment, but compared to payload, it will exceed just about all of it, exceeding some of the luxury trims from the 1500 segment when it comes to the payload. The tailgate though, let's take a quick look. It is not damped, so be prepared to catch it or it's going to come slamming down. You can add hydraulic struts for like $90. You can screw it into the side of this truck, so really not a big deal. We do have this in-bed trunk area, so as a result, the floor is a little bit higher, so you're not going to be able to fit the tallest objects back here, but it's not compromising that much space. We get tie downs in each corner, 2 of them. The in-bed trunk, as you mentioned, let's show it to you guys. It has hydraulic assist, our spare tire back here, and a very large overall cargo space with drain plugs. It's waterproof with molding all surrounding it. It's gonna be tough for you guys to tell the exact cargo space with these floor mats back here, but I'll leave a link right here, show you exactly how much there is. Shutting it right back down, you can also lock it for the passerbys not stealing stuff from your Ridgeline. We take a quick look at this waterproof storage cubby. It's not the easiest to open and close. We only have one, nothing on the opposite side. LED box lighting. We can shut this tailgate right back up. I do wish it was hydraulically assisted, but it's not the priciest add-on to do in the aftermarket. I like how Honda gives us these dual exhaust tips too for the 3.5 liter V6. And speaking of the dual exhaust tips, let's fire up this 3.5 liter V6 and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6 sold by Honda for the 2026 Ridgeline. And it sounds okay, cranking out 280 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission, sending the power to all 4 wheels, weighing in just under 4,500 pounds. You can expect this pickup to get to 60 in around 6 seconds, if not quicker, making it a no-joke performer with a very solid payload capacity and class-competitive towing. No, it may not be the most badass looking mid-sized truck in the segment, but trust me, if you can get past that, the level of comfort, refinement, and potential reliability that you have here is probably going to exceed the rest of the mid-size pickup segment. I mentioned the smart access for the driver and a front passenger. Taking a step inside, we'll set these lights back to auto so the truck's not yelling at me. With soft touch materials up top, soft touch for the center, and a gushy soft leather armrest, and what appears to be genuine leather on this window sticker. I know you guys are probably not going to see anything on here because of the tints, but try your absolute best to pause and take a look. It's basically just a base RTL. You can go on Honda's website. The only option we have here is a $455 platinum white pearl paint color. But if there's any way that you can see anything on the sticker, please go ahead, pause, and take a look. With 21 combined MPGs, 18 in the city, 24 on the highway, that's not bad for a 4,500 pound V6 all-wheel drive pickup truck. With auto one-touch windows up front, power windows out rear, 2-person memory seats. That's an appreciated feature for just a relatively base RTL aluminum door handle. Solid storage, you'll fit 16, possibly 24-ounce bottles. Gas cap release, and you'll easily fit a foot long down below. We don't get the upgraded sound system here on the RTL, and no, it's not the most impressive audio system in the business, but you get a very crisp audio, just not the most bass. So considering that there's under-seat storage out rear, it's not gonna be the toughest addition to add a subwoofer back here, but it is gonna be something that you are gonna have to add if you're trying to have a competitive sound system to what you get from the top trims. The seats, however, are really comfortable. That's why you're going with the RTL over the Sport. Not to say that the Sport's cloth seats are uncomfortable, but if you're driving a truck long term, you're probably gonna sweat in the seats, get dirt in the seats, and compared to cloth, these leather seats are gonna be significantly easier keeping this truck clean. With power adjustments, we get lumbar, you can recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats. And taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So pretty height-friendly step in height. Engine start stop, and everything fires right to life. So not a whole lot changes to the interior, still very premium for a sub $44,000 base price point. Leather steering wheel, no 10 and 2, but the 9 and 3 feels solid. Volume and skip, adjustments for the infotainment, home, and voice commands. Right now we're looking at our maintenance mode. You can press the home button, range and fuel, speed and time, audio, phone, navigation, all-wheel drive torque distribution, and back to the maintenance. My personal favorite to leave it at all times would probably be the all-wheel drive torque distribution, so we'll leave it here. The tach is high revving. I'm going to about 6,700 RPM, 140 mile-an-hour speedometer, digital speedo in the center, thermometer, fuel gauge, and our clock in the lower left corner. On the right side, we get adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist with its adjustments, paddle shifters for the 9-speed automatic transmission, auto headlamps, auto high beams, fog lights, no auto rain sensing wipers. I believe it is available in the higher trims, but not here on the RTL. Tilt and telescoping steering column, econ mode, adjustments for the mirrors, and right here is the icon for the blind spot monitoring. Some more of our advanced safety features for collision alert appears to be more lane keep assist features, traction control, cargo lights, parking brake, and hopefully get a good look at the pedals. All soft touch for the dashboard too. The infotainment screen, we get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Unfortunately, no built-in navigation, but it is available on the higher trims, and it's a Google-based infotainment screen now with shortcuts for the home, back, audio, and skip function. Backup camera, right over here is the gear selector for a 9-speed automatic transmission. We check out our backup camera. Not the highest resolution, but it's a wide screen with guidance lines and trajectory and 3 different views. Throwing right back into park, we return right back to our previous screen. And I like how Honda gives us the shortcuts with hard buttons for the home, back, audio, skip, and also the climate control beneath it. Just hard plastic for the frame of this dashboard area. Dual zone automatic front climate control with separate adjustments for the rear. I don't believe there's actual hard button. No, there's no actual hard buttons for the rear passengers to adjust, but from the front, you can adjust the temperature coming out of the rear settings. A little bit more additional storage, heated seats for the RTL, USB-A and C port, 12-volt right next to it, and a wireless phone charging pad. I mentioned a gear selector for the 9-speed, our terrain management mode. You press it real quick. Snow, mud, sand, and normal. We'll leave it in normal for the purpose of this review. Possibly try out Econ mode and possibly try out Sport for the transmission. We can turn off our auto engine start stop, some of that faux carbon trim for the center stack, cushy soft leather armrest with a massive center console. You'll fit a 12-pack of 1-liter bottles, coin slot holders. The glove box is not damped or line felt, but you'll fit 15, possibly 20 license plates. Should fit 4, maybe 6 Harry Potter books, and should fit 2 pairs of shoes. Not all at the same time, of course. Basically a frameless auto-dimming rear view mirror with 3 garage home link settings. Interior lights are LED. We get a 5th opening window back here. It opens up electrically once I figure out which direction to push the button. Hopefully pick that up. And we get a sunroof. It's not a panoramic or anything, but it's still nice to be able to open up the roof here in the Ridgeline, see if it goes out any further. It does not. We can poke our way out of here. Mostly a sunny day today in Port Richey, Florida. 93 degrees according to this Ridgeline. We can shut the roof right up, leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you guys can see how much light is brought into the cabin. Sunglass holder. We don't get a hooligan monitor like we do on the Odyssey or Pilot. Rollover warning, but this truck handles relatively well for the segment that we're currently in. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat at least of this 2026 Ridgeline. Let's take a step out back, see how much space is offered back there, and then take this 2026 Ridgeline RTL out for a drive. Up top, just hard plastic, to be expected considering the Honda SUV lineup. I believe even the Pilot Black Edition all-wheel drive, which is around $55,000 before taxes and fees. It's going to also have a hard plastic upper dashboard area, but still with the cushy soft leather. No Auto One touch windows, unfortunately, but there's still power. Aluminum door handle. You'll fit a 24-ounce water bottle and a nice storage area for a phone or a wallet. No lower storage, just the base speaker for our standard Honda audio system. Looks like some pretty solid legroom for the midsize segment. The second row seats don't fold down, but you can lift the bottoms of them up and accesses a basically flat floor back here. And this is what I meant by your subwoofer. It's not that difficult to add that in if you want this truck to have a better audio system. But we can drop this second row seat right down. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have about 3 inches of knee room. Headroom, I have about 2 inches of it. So if you're under 6'5", 6'6", you should be able to comfortably sit in the back of a 2026 Ridgeline with no problem. Definitely not something you're going to say with all the midsize segment. The new Tacoma from Toyota's lineup, you'd have your knees jabbed into this second row seat right now with air vents back here too, 12-volt and map pockets behind both of the front seats. We get a center cubby armrest back here too, which is leather, some additional storage. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles. The interior lights back here are not currently turned on. There we go, and they do not appear to be LED, but we get a ton of light brought into the cabin thanks to this sunroof, and we get a hook for both grab handles back here, perfect for a suit or a dress. That's about it for the inside and outside of the 2026 Honda Ridgeline RTL. Sure, it's a relatively base model, but still under $45,000, under $44,000 for the base price. Getting leather seats, heated power with a V6 standard all-wheel drive, these all-terrainy tires. It's a surprisingly capable pickup truck. Before we take it out for a drive, let me show you guys the payload capacity on the sticker pocket right back here. 1,477 pounds. Hopefully you can pick that up on camera, and I'll leave a link right over here for the max towing capacity, which I believe is around 5,000 pounds. But that's about it for the inside and outside of the 2026 Ridgeline RTL. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the 2026 Honda Ridgeline RTL. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. Starting it off in the grass with some bumps. The suspension here eats them up so well. Sure, the Trail Sport will increase the ruggedness of this pickup a little bit, but from the box, any trim level you go with from the Ridgeline is going to give you a decent amount of capability with these all-terrain tires and standard all-wheel drive. It has a lot of capability, and it's a full-time all-wheel drive, so in the rain, compared to a two-wheel drive pickup, you're going to have superior handling, because most two-wheel drive pickups, you're not going to be driving it in four-wheel drive in the rain. This with full-time four-wheel drive. Throttle response in normal mode is still very good. Move my water bottle, it's making a little bit of noise. Speed bumps. Ride quality is fantastic. This rides as good, if not better, than a Honda Pilot, which already rides really well. Brakes feel very good. Steering feels on center, but slightly truckish, but to be expected. About half throttle. Ooh. And typical Honda, once you cross around 4,500 RPM, it's like this engine has a second life. And you're just cruising along. Ride quality stays very good. Road noise, quiet. I don't believe we have dual pane windows. I'll do a quick check. No, we don't have dual pane windows. But they're a thick single pane and very comfortable. Definitely a reoccurring theme I'm noticing in this pickup is just how comfortable it is compared to the rest of the mid-size pickup segment. We can try it out in the sport transmission mode. Throttle response is good. Actually better than it was in standard non-sport. And the transmission shift points, as you would expect in sport, are a little bit higher than they were in normal mode. And it seems like we're losing an overdrive gear, but as a result, it gets out of the hole so much quicker. I wouldn't necessarily recommend driving every day in sport because you won't get your 21 combined MPGs, but you just lean into it. Ooh! This is easily the most responsive mode in this pickup. And sport, see what changes up with the steering, maybe slightly, but I think it's mostly a transmission sport mode. And we'll try out these paddles. Woo, rev match. And it pulls pretty good, guys. We knew that already. This 3.5 liter V6 is an awesome powertrain. Real world turning radius test. Compared to the CR-V and Civics we've been reviewing, no, it's not quite as sharp, but still pretty sharp. And on the gas, second gear. Woo. And it's snappy, responsive. It sounds good. Not gonna go crazy with a school bus next to us, but once he passes on the gas, and some crisp shifts to go along with it. Hopefully you guys picked up sport, no need to beat it up any further. Let's completely change the pace, go into econ mode. Steering's about the same as it was in normal. Throttle response is a lot less sensitive. Huge difference between normal mode, sport mode, and econ. This is where you're going to get your 21 combined MPGs, and this is such a huge difference in throttle. I don't necessarily think you're going to get 20 in normal, probably around like 19, so not the end of the world. But wow, this is the third throttle in econ. Yeah, I mean, sure, it's going to help your fuel economy, but wow, it really numbs you down. Let's try a pull, about half throttle. Okay, so once you really lean into it, it still gives you the power that you're looking for, but you're going to have to really lean into it compared to normal, and especially compared to sport, but to be expected. It's actually nice that Honda gives us such a noticeable difference between the drive modes, because a lot of cars, it doesn't really matter what drive mode you're in. Outside of like subtle changes, you really don't notice any differences. But we'll throw it back into normal mode, finish off this review, probably the mode that most people are going to be in most of the time. You take a step out here in normal mode, lean into it a little bit on this multiple lane highway, get situated on the gas. Okay. The shifts. These shifts are really, really quick. There's an officer up there. We're not going to be too stupid. Hopefully we don't get on his radar, but hopefully he picked up the performance of this pickup. This thing's got good power. I believe I've seen them tested 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds. I'm sure consistently you're gonna be closer to 6, 6.2, but for this to even have been able to do 5.9 seconds should tell you all you need to know. This 3.5 liter V6 has power. Is it gonna blow you away? No. If you're looking for the most powerful truck in this segment, Ranger Raptor probably takes the cake by quite a decent margin too. But you're saving $15,000, $20,000 compared to a Ranger Raptor here with basically the same exact payload, similar towing. Sure, the off-road capability may not be there, but if you don't plan on taking your truck off-road, this is the best on-road pickup truck. Sure, $44,000, $45,000 isn't cheap, but considering the comfort, performance, and even capability that we have here, you really are getting your money's worth. Most of the mid-size pickup truck segment, when we're talking four-wheel drive, decent powertrain, and base price under $44,000, is going to give you cloth seats, much crappier looking interior, probably not even dual zone automatic climate control, let alone the heated power leather seats that we have here and the comfort that we have in the back seat with air vents. I mean, sure, $44,000 for a base price is not cheap, but compared to the rest of the mid-size pickup segment, if you're not planning on taking your truck off-road, and if you're not planning on pulling a 5,000 to 7,000 pound trailer, I would 1000% recommend checking out the 2026 Honda Ridgeline, and this RTL really gives you a sweet spot. If you're looking to save $4,000 or $5,000 and you're not looking for all the bells and whistles, and you're not looking to get a little bit more rugged off-road capability, save your money, save your $3,000 to $5,000, whether we're talking about Trail Sport or Black Edition, and go with this RTL. Outside of the upgraded audio system, in my opinion, it has everything that you could possibly want or need. And with that under-seat storage in the back seat, adding a subwoofer is really not the end of the world. And a big thanks to Alex and the rest of the management and staff here at Honda of Port Richey for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa Bay area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Alex. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.